to you live from my kitchen, and I'm here to do a video. This video is not a Wentworth related video. Can you believe it? Oh my god. I love Wentworth so very much, but there are other shows that I enjoy watching as well. There's one show that I recently got put onto by one of my best friends, Chrissy. Shout out to Chrissy for putting me onto this show because it is spectacular, okay? I fucking love it. As you can see by the title, the show that I'm going to be discussing today is Peaky Blinders. If you have not watched the show, don't worry. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, okay? Because it's a really good show and I don't want to spoil anything. This video, I'm just going to be like introducing you to the characters and the storyline, like what is the show about, you know what I'm saying? After you've watched this video, if you haven't watched Peaky Blinders, you might end up watching it, and if you do, let me know in the comments down below. Where did that fly come from? I saw a fly. So Peaky Blinders, oh my god. It is such a good show. There are currently 5 seasons out, and season 6 will be airing sometime in February of this year, 2022, on BBC. So the show takes place in Birmingham in the year 1919. Right after the First World War. During this time, there were a lot of gangs. There was a lot of gang activity, all right? And they all wanted like control of their territories, and they all just were looking for a come up. So one of the most powerful gangs amongst all these gangs, this gang, the Peaky Blinders, was like one of the most powerful ones. Before I get into details of the show, I'm going to just introduce to you the Shelby family. So we've got Arthur Shelby, who is the oldest brother of this family, and he is fucking crazy, okay? And you don't want to get on his bad side, all right? He's very quick-tempered. He's suffering from PTSD. Any man that went to war came back with PTSD, and you see it in the show. So you have Arthur Shelby. He's the oldest brother. He used to be the leader of the Peaky Blinders, but after the war and everything, he just can't do it. He's fucking crazy, all right? He's a loose cannon is what he is. He is no joke. Like, he will beat you to a bloody pulp. He'll beat you to death. He'll kill you in the most terrible ways, all right? And he's fucking crazy, but he's hilarious as well. He's like... So that's Arthur. And then we've got the next brother in line, which is Thomas Shelby. Oh my god, I love him. I'm so in love with this character. And so he is the new leader of the Peaky Blinders. So Thomas Shelby is now the leader of the Peaky Blinders, and he is a very calm individual. He like, when he walks into a room, he commands respect. You know what I'm saying? There's just no question about it. He is no joke. Like, yeah, he's calm, but he is just as insane as Arthur is. Just, you know, he's calm about his crazy, whereas Arthur is about his crazy, all right? So, I love Thomas Shelby. He's just, look, first of all, the actor who plays him is just so damn attractive. It's like, how is it possible? I don't understand. So he also is suffering from PTSD. So Arthur suffers from the PTSD, and he takes it out. Like, he deals with it through his rampages. You know, he'll black out, and he'll, like I said, beat the shit out of you until you die. Like, it takes literally 3-4 people to get him off of somebody when he's in attack mode. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't have an off switch. Thomas, on the other hand, he deals with his PTSD he uses opium to deal with his shit, because his shit is, it keeps him up at night. He has nightmares and he has trouble sleeping because of what happened during the war. Then we've got the younger brother, John Shelby, who is also like, wow, look at his face. Look at these fucking faces, okay? How are these men so attractive? So John Shelby, he's like the sassy younger brother who knows he looks good. When we are introduced to the family, John already has children. He's just a firecracker. He's going to be the first one to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? He's confident. He's borderline cocky. He's cute. And he could fight. Okay? They all can. All 3 of these brothers, they can kick ass. Then there's a 4th brother. When we're introduced to them in season 1, the 4th brother, Finn Shelby, he's a little boy. In season 2, he's like a teenager and becomes more part of the storyline. But during season 1, he's just a little boy sneaking cigarettes and liquor and shit like that, and just, there. So it's the 4 brothers: Arthur, Thomas, John, and Finn. So they also have an Aunt Polly. First of all, the actress who plays Aunt Polly, Helen McCrory, she passed away back in April of 2021 from cancer. It's going to be weird watching it without her because she was such a big part of the show. So if you think that what I just said about the brothers, if you think the brothers are badass, yo, you haven't seen shit, because Aunt Polly, she's the one. She is fucking crazy, okay? She's no joke. She wears these hats. And in the hats, like back in the day, they would put like hat pins in. She will fucking kill you with that hat pin, all right? She'll shoot you. She will do what it takes. She doesn't play no games. You know what I'm saying? This woman is fucking hardcore, okay? I loved her character. The character of Polly, she is the sister of the boy's mom, who has passed away. If you watch the show, you'll find out how. But she's their aunt. You know what I'm saying? And while the boys were at war, she was the one that stood home handling all the business affairs. She's no fucking joke, all right? This woman is the truth. So that's the immediate family. And then there's Uncle Charlie and his sidekick, Curly. I don't think Curly's related to them. I love Curly's character, by the way. And every season, I hope and pray that nothing bad happens to him. So that's them. That's the Shelby family, all right? Attractive and crazy as hell. They all are. Oh, shit. I almost forgot. They have a sister. Her name is Ada. And Ada is not with nothing that the Shelby family does. She don't want no parts. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't agree with any of it. In season 4 is when she like kind of stops her shit and realizes, this is my family. Together we are stronger than we are if we were apart. You know what I'm saying? Another character, but I feel like if I tell you who this character is, I'm going to spoil things for you. So there's a character, his name is Michael. I'm not going to tell you his last name, but he is one of the members of the Shelby family. And at first, I really, really liked Michael. As the seasons went on, I don't trust him. He's got a wife named Gina, who I can't fucking stand. And if I was Polly in one very specific scene, I would have cracked her head open, all right? And left her there, a bloody dying mess. Because she's a fucking bitch. And, ooh, I got feelings about her. This show is just so good on so many levels. Like, the stories that they present to you are fantastic. The music that's in this show is great. Like, the opening theme song is called Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, okay? And that song always reminds me of the movie Scream, because in the movie Scream, they play that song a couple of times. And I remember thinking that song is just so creepy. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard it on this show, I was like, oh shit. So it's kind of weird because this is a period piece. You know what I'm saying? It takes place in the fucking 1900s, like 1919. And when it ends in season 5, I believe it's 10 years later. So from season 1 to season 5, there's a 10-year span, and it ends in 1929, if I'm not mistaken. The music is modern music. So it's a little weird to see a period piece with modern day music, but it works. And it works really fucking well. So the whole point of the Peaky Blinders is that this gang called the Peaky Blinders, they're looking for a come up. You know what I'm saying? And Thomas Shelby wants to start running like legal businesses instead of doing all this illegal shit. He comes up with different plans. You know what I'm saying? Every season, there's a different objective. You know what I'm saying? Season 1, the objective was to like do what they had to do in order to build legitimate businesses so that they could be productive members of society and not out here killing and wreaking havoc. But that's never the case. In all the seasons, as much as poor Tommy Shelby tries to do the right thing, there's always some fucking piece of shit out there that wants his crown, that wants to take his place. Because Tommy's the fucking man. He's smooth. He's suave. He'll fucking kill you. He don't give a fuck. He's never scared. He's always like 3 steps ahead of his competitors, okay? It's amazing to see. The characters, there's the set main characters, then there's the set sideline characters, and then in every season there is a nemesis for Thomas Shelby as well as a love interest, right? So, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about his enemies. So in season 1, his enemy is a man named Billy Kimber. There's also an officer of the law that's on his ass, okay? He's also an enemy. In season 2, it's Darby Sabini, who's a piece of shit. In season 3, it's the Russian and a priest with his dog, okay? And the priest is an asshole. The dog is great. In season 4, we're introduced to the American mafia by way of Luca Changretta, and that whole storyline is just wow. Then, in the final season, season 5, his enemy was Sir Oswald Mosley. God only knows who his enemies are going to be in season 6, but I cannot wait to find out. But all of these men are assholes, okay? And it's so good to see how Tommy handles them. So he goes to war with all of these guys. Season through season, he rises higher and higher in rank and power and money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he even enters politics at one point. Tommy ends up with a big ass house with cars and jewelry. Anyway, long story short, he has beef with all these people. Every season there's new beef. Every season there's a new love interest. There's Grace. There's Lizzie. There's May. There's the crazy Russian whose name I can't remember. All the brothers end up with wives, and their wives end up being part of the storyline. Like, Arthur ends up with Linda, who praises the Lord, okay? And she tries to change Arthur. And oh my God, so it's hilarious what ends up happening with those two. Ada is with this one guy, and their whole storyline was crazy. Then John ends up wanting to marry one woman, but doesn't because she's a whore, and ends up marrying another as per Thomas Shelby's request. You know who else is in the show? Tom Hardy. So Tom Hardy plays Alfie Solomons, who is the comedy factor in this show. Because every scene that he's in is fucking hilarious, all right? So he's crazy. He's also no joke. So him and Tommy, at first, they're like enemies. You know what I'm saying? But they need each other in order to do something. And so they're constantly feuding. I wouldn't say they're enemies. I would say, I don't even know I wouldn't say that they're friends at all. But they kind of are. Because even when some shit happens, they're still able to be in the room together and speak without a war breaking out, right? Oh man, Alfie Solomons. I think they were trying to make his character unattractive. It didn't work, okay? His skin, like, he's got these scaly patches around his face, all right? And even with that, he is still fine as hell in this. I love his outfits. I love his jewelry, how he wears rings and bracelets. I believe he's got a tattoo, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yes, Alfie. If I was in this time, Alfie and I would probably be an item. He is like one of Tommy's biggest rivals, but at the same time, they have like this mutual respect for one another, and it is fucking great to see how their relationship progresses. Oh man, so many good storylines that happen on this show. There's a kidnapping, okay? I'm not gonna tell you whose kid it was, but there's murder, there's fucking chaos, there's mayhem, there's blood. There's so much blood. There's so much blood from the mouth scenes that I'm surprised I continued watching the show. Because y'all already know I don't like blood from the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one scene involving Thomas Shelby, and I believe it was Darby Sabini's character. They do some shit to Tommy involving a knife and his mouth, the inside of it. And I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. And I couldn't believe it that I was watching it. That's how good this show is. I think it's season 1, episode 2, the very beginning. You see what these brothers are all about. This show goes hard, all right? And like the sounds, let's say somebody gets stabbed or shot. the blood splatter. It's almost like exaggerated sounds, like the blood coming out of the person and landing on the ground. It's so like clear and long lasting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't think it would sound like that in real life. I think I took it too far, but it works. It works. You don't feel like it's fake. It's just like, damn, oh my God. Everyone on this show smokes cigarettes. I stopped smoking cigarettes a year ago. And when I tell you, watching the show, every fucking second of me watching the show, I wanted a cigarette so bad. But I didn't have one. I didn't have one. But they smoke cigarettes and you hear the sound, like when they take the pull and you hear the crackling of, I love that sound. And it made me want a cigarette so freaking bad, but I was strong, okay? My will was strong and I didn't succumb to the urges and I didn't have the cigarette. But I wanted one. I wanted all the cigarettes watching the show because they're constantly smoking. But yeah, the show is just so good. And it ends in season 5 with a cliffhanger. All right. I couldn't believe what happened at the end of season 5. And I want to make a video like speculating about it. Like Thomas Shelby set forth with a plan. It was such a good plan. He's always got a plan. You know what I'm saying? Even when he finds himself in a pickle, he's got a plan to like get out of it and save himself. So there was only two moments. The moment with the knife in the mouth, and there was another moment that I'm not going to tell you about where I thought that was it. He's going to die. But he doesn't die. Spoiler alert, he don't die. All right? He makes it the whole season. He's gonna be in season 6. Without Thomas Shelby, there is no fucking show. But long story short, the fucking show is ridiculously good. It is so well written. I love all the characters. My favorite characters on this show are Thomas Shelby, Alfie Solomons, all right, Polly Gray, and I like Curly. Curly is just a sweet, innocent guy who loves horses, who sees things, like he can see and sense when shit is happening. That's one of their things. Tommy has it. Polly has it. Polly can read tea leaves, you know what I'm saying, and tell you your future. Tommy can put a curse on you. Ooh, when he tells what you just said, you said in front of your unborn baby, and it will be born accordingly. Basically saying, if you're telling me the truth, your baby's gonna be fine. If you're lying to me, your baby's not gonna be fine. Can you believe that shit? He put a curse on his unborn child. So, according to some articles that I read, they're going to be making a Peaky Blinders movie. So however season 6 ends, whatever happens next, we're gonna find out via a fucking movie. Can you believe it? The men on this show are just so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? All the brothers, like the whole Shelby family is fine. There's a scene between Alfie and Arthur where Arthur literally looks like he is about to explode right there in his seat. That's how angry he is in that moment at Alfie. And I'm just like, yo, every time I watch that scene, I crack the fuck up at him and at Alfie, because he's such a fucking atrevido and he's all in his face and pointing and doing all of it. And I'm just like, yo, so good. So if you have not seen Peaky Blinders, I suggest that you do, all right? It is one of the best shows that I've seen since Wentworth. If you like this video, you already know what to do. Like my shit, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, so you could be notified when I post videos en el futuro. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and that's it. Bye.